How's it going, everyone? We're back on the Tressa's Collectibles channel. I'm Randall, aka Shizukatz.
And I'm Mike.
And today we're going to be bringing you our second game for the Kaguya Volume 2 content block. Mike is going to be playing the same build that he played last time. Mike, why don't you let him know about how this build works?
Yeah, it's the new Kaguya 2 8 pants build with the level 1 Kaguya on attack, or not on attack, on climax placement. I can search my deck or salvage this 1-0 event, and it's basically a top deck 4 add a Shuqing, and then you can send it to memory if you don't have blue. The idea of this deck is with the 8 pants build, when you get to level 3, you want to play the 3-2 Kaguya, and its attack is climax combo on attack if you have these 4 specific events in your memory. Then you get to burn 3 for free. On top of on-play heal. And these events individually, they're like not too shabby either. So this one is a Musashi event. This is top check 4. This is a salvage character, give 2 characters 15. This is top check add, this is sword, so this is probably the weakest one. So this, in various ratios, we are playing 1, 2, 3, 4, I think. So that's what our deck aims to do. Compress a bunch, get some memory going, and then tri-lane Kaguya and put some Musashi events on our Kaguyas and hope they lose from that.
Mm-hmm. The deck I'm going to be playing it's based on a 7 Deadly Sins list that was played to top 8 at the BCS World Finals by Christian Yarbacher. It's not the exact same list. There are a slight difference here or there.
Yeah, it's basically his list.
It's basically the same list, but this is going to be the 6-2 Escanor 7 Deadly Sins. In particular, this deck is going with the 2-4-2 ratio. Another very popular ratio is running 4-2-2. And we're going to be looking to basically build our resources all up through the mid game until eventually we get to this big explosive finisher with the Escanor, where he can split his soul damage into instances of 1. So it's able to like poke out all the climaxes while still making all the rest of the damage stick, which is very powerful.
Yeah.
All right, let's get right into it.
So compared to our previous game, in which it was a kind of like I was playing like this 1k1 aggressive play a climax every turn deck, you were playing kind of like a half standby deck. So you were trying to establish a board and then put pressure on from there. In this matchup, though, both of us are trying to play climax every turn. So it's going to be a very, very aggressive matchup. I would not be surprised if this game ended in like 4 turns, 4 or 5 turns.
Yeah, I guess we will see.
Yeah.
So one interesting thing about both of these decks' endgames is that they do require a pretty big amount of setup. So if the game does end up going fast, how would we approach that?
If the game ends up going fast, I think on my end, it would really depend on if I can find all my events. Because if I can't find all my events and send them to memory, I literally can't do anything except heal. And then on your end, it's like, if you can't find your choice, or if you're not quite ready with your 6-card combo, then maybe you have to just wait a turn and heal. So,
all right,
let's go here.
All right, Mike's going first. Okay.
Let's see what we have.
All right, don't be 5 climaxes. Don't be 5 climaxes. Okay.
Okay.
I think I'm going to probably drop...
I will pitch 3 on my end.
I'm going to drop 2.
Okay. Ooh, dropping the 1-0.
Dropping Lost Vein, yep. Okay.
Okay. Draw for turn. Alright. Let's not hide it. We'll just clock this climax.
That's your level 1 climax.
We can't afford to not clock that card.
Homie's got 2 more copies in his hand already.
Alright, so we'll play the level 0 Kaguya. On play, I can look at up to top 3 and add an event. And I will choose to add the Musashi event, and I'll discard this early play I.
Okay.
Actually, you know what? In this matchup, I'll keep it. I'll discard the Musashi.
Okay.
It might be important to try to stay out of lethal range in this particular matchup. And then if I have 5 or more hands, she gets 2k. Positioning should not matter, so I'll just put it on the side. I'm actually also going to play my Global 500.
Yeah.
And then direct for 2.
1, 2. Take the 2. I want both of those. Alright, draw for turn.
Yep.
I will clock an Escanor level 3. Draw 2. And And we don't have the means to answer this Kaguya, unfortunately.
Excellent.
But we will play our game. I'm going to start by playing an Elaine level 0. So Elaine has 2 on-play abilities. One of them is reveal top deck. If it's a character, add to hand, discard one. The other one is discard a traded character to draw a card. You can activate those in whatever order you want. So I'm going to go with the... let's go with the discard draw first.
Okay.
So I will discard the Elizabeth back row and I will draw a card. And then I will reveal top. Okay. So that's a climax. And then for... Alright, so what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to only attack with Escanor because I want to be able to pay this out.
Okay.
And this one attack looks like it'll be doing more than enough damage if it sticks, so let's get in there. Direct for 4.
And judging by how I clocked the climax, maybe it's Maybelline. Okay. 4 sticks.
Yeah.
Stand and draw.
So my thought process behind him having 2 climaxes in his hand still is that with this type of level 1 combo, you really want to be activating it multiple turns in a row. And so it makes a lot of sense to keep 2 copies in his hand and then clock the third one. If he had 2 copies in his hand only and not a third, he would just keep both.
Okay. Clock Chica. Draw 2. I have a couple options here. I could not use Riki and stay at level 0, tri-lane, and go from there. Alternatively, I could Riki and then go into Climax combo.
You could just like Riki tri-lane zeros.
Yeah. Alright. I'm gonna Riki. Day 1, on play, clock myself, level. Level blue, search my deck. For the brainstorm. There you go.
Okay.
And then I'm going to play my level 0 Kaguya. Top check 3 on play. Add the event. Discard my early play. I'll play a Chica. And then swap positions. 1k1.
What the? Okay, sure.
Okay. Direct attack. For 3.
1, 2, 3. Take 3.
Okay. So here, I do have to mention our first trigger was our one of event.
Right.
So that's going to be our primary focus, is paying that out. So while this doesn't change anything, I just want to bring it up because it'll be the focus of my next 1 to 2 turns probably. I'll Frontier for 2.
Take 2. I'll take this opportunity to level green since
Okay.
I have yellow incoming.
Okay. Direct attack. 3.
1, cancel.
Here you go.
All right, I'll activate the effect of the Escanor on death. Pay 1. Put a Britannia character from my clock, or from my waiting room on the bottom of my clock. I'm going to choose. I'll choose the Petite Elizabeth.
Okay.
And then look it up to top 2. Add any characters I see among them to my hand. So I'll add a Petite Elizabeth and the Gil Thunder Bouncer.
Sounds good.
Alright, draw for turn. Cards now?
4. So these are 2k.
Okay. I'll start by clocking the Bouncer. Draw 2. And then I'm going to play level 1 Lost Vein Meliodas. So just double checking real quick. So I'll use Lost Vein Meliodas on play effect. discard 1 card to search my deck for another copy of himself and place it on stage. And while I have multiple copies of the Meliodas Lost Vein, all of them gain 500 power for each of my other characters, and they gain the ability where on attack I can top check 2 and choose which one I want as my trigger.
Right.
So they will be 6/5s when I have a full board. All right, cut. All right, I'm also going to continue the board with a... we'll go ahead and just move this, actually.
Yes.
And then for my back row, I will play Petite Elizabeth to make these go up by 500 with her global 500. And we'll go ahead and put in a lane Brainstorm here. And this will be our full board, and our Lost Vein Meliodas will be 7K. Very solid. All right, so now we'll go into attack phase. So I'll start here, swinging front for 2K for 1.
One's good. Cancel. Or one's not good. Is there any reason why you chose to attack the Elaine first over the Meliodas?
I don't think that the trigger priority, like the...
It's like, for example, if you triggered like a Tuso on the first attack, if you saw it with the Meliodas, would you keep it there or would you mill it?
I don't think it's too much of an issue right now. Okay. The main reason being that
you can just pay it off.
I have the Petite Elizabeth if I do feel like I need to do anything regarding healing.
Okay,
or good. Regarding paying out stock.
Sounds good.
And I just want the damage control later. So I'm going to front here, and we'll look at 1 card, and we'll look at 2 cards. How many are you out?
3. Out 3.
Okay, I think this time we will go for the 3.
1, 2, 3. 3's good.
All right, and then we'll front with this one. Look at 1. Look at 2, and then this one will swing for 2.
2. Okay, 2's good. Everything's reversed. Draw for turn. Or actually, let's consider 3 stock. Yeah, that's basically like the one aspect, or rather, the one thing you don't want to happen in this deck, and I think it's a good way to showcase the weakness of these particular ratios. Basically, if you trigger the 1/1 Kaguya photoshoot event in your first attack, you're just really sad. If it was like the second attack or later, then it would be no problem because like you can always pay 2 stock pretty efficiently in this deck. But 3 stock is a whole different issue. So the consideration here is maybe I need a 3 stock just to get the event out. Alternatively, I could just leave it in there until the end of the game. If I leave it there until the end of the game, I can pay out all my stock and then play the 1/0 PR to swap the 1/1 in with something else.
And if you go for that line, you do have to be very precise with your stock expenditures.
Correct. I think for the sake of basically trying that line out, I'm going to not restock.
Okay.
So that's our game plan now, is we're going to keep that stock there unless we find something that is truly efficient for us to use to get it paid out. Okay. This is a really awkward hand. That was like the one card I did not want to see. I might have to no clock here.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, I think we'll take that risk. So we'll brainstorm. Get 1. Okay. Risk paid off. So grab Kaguya. And then we'll use an event, which I can play since I have a Kaguya. Wait, hold on.
You should
hold the phone.
You should play the 1/0s.
We'll play the 1/0s first, and then we'll use the event.
So to get power.
Yep. Check. I think I need better hand quality. If I top check 4 and I search, I have one event in my clock, one in waiting room, one that I'm using here. So there's one in, should be one in deck still. I'm a 1/5. I don't want to level 2. So if I attack 3 times, no, this should be fine either way because I can always just use the event. So let's just try to find better cards. Alright, well, there's nothing better here. I'll grab the Kaguya.
Alright, can I check one here, please?
Yeah.
Let's see. This. So, are you going to be?
I will not use effect.
Okay. Let's see. Level 3 climax, level 3 climax, level 1 climax, level 3 climax, level 3 climax. Huh. Interesting. Very interesting.
Okay. Okay, 1. Salvage 2, search 1. Okay.
So all these Kaguyas are 8K?
They're all 8K. Yeah.
Okay.
Global 500, and then they got 2K from the event buff.
Okay.
Alrighty, start with the front. I will... salvage and discard the climax to top check up to 2. And I'm doing this line with the reasoning that I want more hand size, and I want some cards that I saw in my deck. And the downside is that I don't get to refresh with this climax anymore. But I think that's a sacrifice I'm willing to make. Alright, so we'll add that. And this is for 3.
Cancel.
Okay. Front attack for 2.
Cancel.
Refreshing with 5.
Interesting.
Okay. Refresh point. Front attack for 3.
1, 2, 3, take 3.
Okay. Here we go.
Okay. Draw for a turn. I'm going to start by clocking 2/1 Nanashi and leveling a Petite Elizabeth. Draw 2. Alright, let's see. Alright. So I will play Elaine. This is kind of tricky. On play, I'll use her effect to reveal top, add to hand. Huh. This is indeed tricky. How do I want to play this? Discard that, discard. Yeah, I can just get these back later. So I'm going to discard that, and then I'm going to discard this to draw a card.
Okay.
And then I will play Escanor, reveal top, and then not marker it.
Okay.
And then I'm going to Elaine Brainstorm by sacking this Elaine.
That was a very interesting line.
And that'll miss. And then I'm going to play 2 copies of Meliodas.
Okay.
So that puts me on 4 left in deck.
Play a climax, 1 left in deck after the climax.
Yeah. So I'll play my positioning. Positioning doesn't matter.
Okay.
Right, I'll play StockSoul. So this is a yellow card StockSoul. I'm going to stock. It's the best card to stock here. I think I'll stock the level 0 Meliodas. Actually, no, I'll just stock another 2/1.
Okay. it is worth noting that both StockSouls in this deck have different StockSoul requirements.
Yeah, this one is level 1 or lower. This one's a yellow card.
Yep.
Alright, let's go into attack phase. So I'll start by siding with Gil Thunder.
Okay.
For 1.
That's good. Level. Alright. I really don't want to level any of this non-blue cards. Alright. I think I gotta level this. Okay.
Okay. And then I will front here at 7-5 to your 5k for 2.
1, 2. 2's good.
And then we will do it one more time for 2.
Okay, here I will use the event, not because I can get bigger, but because I want to
use the value
of the Chica Brainstorm. 2, 3, 4.
Okay.
Alright, let's grab Chica, and then I'll draw one, discard one. Okay.
Cooking?
Something. Discarding the event. So this is for how much?
For 2.
2. He's good.
Alright, now with the Climax combo, at the start of the Encore step, if I have a full board, I sack the Climax and I salvage 2.
Yep.
I'm going to grab... Let's see, so there's one right there. Let's see. I'll grab a Lost Vein Meliodas for playability on the next turn. And I will also grab an Escanor to start sculpting.
Yep. Sounds good.
And over to you now.
Exactly what I would get. Alright, let's see. Alright, do I 3 stock? I have 3 in waiting room, 1 in stock, I have a Climax in hand, 3 left in deck.
Also, these gain 1k until the end of your... Or, actually, one of them does. I'm going to give it to this one. One.
It only activates if you discard the kill the Climax cost. Yeah.
So this one's going to be the one that gains 1,000.
Okay. Okay. I think since we have another Brainstormer, we're just going to double Brainstorm next turn instead of 3 stocking here.
Sure.
Draw for turn. Okay.
Change of plans?
It's a slight light at the end of the tunnel.
Okay.
Very slight. But still a light nonetheless. I'm gonna Brainstorm. Hope we hit. We do not hit. But that's why we have a second Brainstorm. Alright, we hit 1. So we're gonna grab the Kaguya. Then I'm gonna activate the effect of the PR Bros. Pay 1, discard an event, salvage an event. And I'm gonna grab the Miko one. Okay. I think it's time to give up on one of the Brainstorms.
Okay.
Select that. And then I'm actually probably going to crash one Kaguya. Well, actually, no, one Kaguya can get bigger. I really want to contest both. Yeah, we'll contest both. 15s. salvage. Just grab that.
Mm-hmm. So the sides are both now 8, 5.
So I guess in hindsight, with that line, I could have just sent this to memory.
The stock?
The 2 stock, and I kept the brainstorm, but I think this is fine regardless. So the sides are now both 8, 5.
Yep.
Okay. And then I will not use Chica effect. 1k1.
Sure.
Salvage 2.
Okay.
Okay. Let's start with a frontal for 2.
Going back with 7, missing a Meliodas StockSoul.
Okay.
Refresh point for 2. Take 2.
Okay. Front. 3.
1 cancel.
And front. 2.
And then I will use the Leafa backup.
Sure.
Merlin. So this puts me up to 10-5.
10-5. Yep.
Yeah. Reveal top. Add the hand. I'll just discard it. For how much was it?
It was for 2.
Okay. 1, 2, cancel.
Okay. Here we go.
All right. Draw for turn. There's no way, right? I'll clock lost being Meliodas. Oh shit. Okay, we're chilling. We're chilling. We're chilling.
Okay.
Actually. Do I actually play Lost Fame? So I don't think I actually need to play it. Do I?
So are we thinking of playing just some other utility, or?
I drew into a Elizabeth Brainstorm. I'm kind of wondering whether I should play it. Do I want to play this Elizabeth Brainstorm, or do I want to use it to discard for Lost Vein? That's the question. I think I am going to play it.
Okay.
And I'm going to use it to brainstorm. 1, 2, 3, 4. Unfortunately missed. How do we want to follow this up?
A line could be to lane brainstorm and then Meliodas anyways.
Yeah. I think that's probably what I'm going to go with. So I'm going to sack the global for the brainstorm. I'm sad. Okay. Not great. But we will play our Lost Vein Meliodas, and I'm going to discard the Escanor I got earlier to search for another Meliodas.
They just don't stop coming.
Hopefully what happens here is that I don't go through a lot of deck, and then your attacks don't make me go through a lot of deck, and then I still have enough room in the deck to brainstorm and like hit a bunch or something. Maybe.
Ambitious.
I do have a lot of climaxes left, so.
That sounds like a lot of triggers.
How many are you out right now?
I am out 6 window.
6? Okay. Alright, I will play my StockSoul. And I will stock Nanashi. Unless there's something better. Not really. Oh no. I can stock that 2-1 again.
Sure.
Okay. Let's go. 6 out. How many of each out?
Let's see. 2, 4.
Okay. I think I'll go ahead and front here first.
Okay.
For 7k. For 3.
Escanor. Cancel.
Alright. I feel like he might be out, so I'm going to attack here and not here, so that way if this is a free 3, then I get...
Yeah, and you get 2 triggers to try to confirm the 3.
Yeah, and I also deny you the ability to use your event.
Yeah.
So I'll look at 1. I really don't want to go through more decks if I don't have to.
Are we trying to gamble the 4 or 5 then?
4.
4.
Okay, it's just there. Alright. Yeah, I really don't want to go through more deck if I don't have to.
Yeah.
Especially now knowing that you do not have a climax in your hand. Means that,
Oh, no.
maybe I won't go through too much deck next turn and this brainstorm can go to work. Alright, I will front here. I will look at 1. I really don't want to look through more decks. 4.
Alright, we'll use the event.
Yeah.
So, this is just RNG, so I'm just going to look with the mindset that I just want a better card. I won't really care about how many cards I mill. Oh, that's a really good card. I only have 4 stock, though. Alright, let's see. Can you see what we're doing?
Sure.
So we're keeping track of how many Escanors and how many choices we see. So there's 2 choice here, 2 Escanor, and 1 level 0 Escanor. We saw him trigger an Escanor. Cards in deck?
5, 10, 12.
12. I think if the choices were still in his deck, I would really want to stock swap.
But they're both here.
They're both here. You got 2 in waiting room, right?
Yep.
We'll grab this anyways, just in case we need it.
Okay.
Okay, and then when I use the event, I'll send this to stock.
Yep.
And then when I use an event, I will draw and discard 1. I'll discard a Kaguya.
Okay.
And then this is for 3, 5.
4.
4. 2 plus 4. Cancel.
Okay. And then encore step.
Yep.
Use the effect, sack the climax, gain 1k cross turn, and I'm going to salvage Escanor and Meliodas climax swap.
Okay. Stand and draw for turn. Okay. I think we have our 2-turn setup figured out now. Yeah, we definitely do. So here, my question is, do I clock to find a climax? And I think to answer that question, I have to ask myself, will he combo next turn? And honestly, I think he can. So if possible, I want to heal the 2/4 this turn. So with that in mind, let's not clock and start with an event and see where we go from there.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Oh! At least I didn't minus. Oh, jeez.
Okay.
Okay, we'll use the draw and discard one.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Lord.
Oh, hold on. Before you do that, did you want to keep this?
Oh, yes, here.
Okay.
Yeah. And then we'll discard that. Alright, we're on 6. I mean, honestly, it's probably not that bad. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, we'll use another event. the good thing about this event, we can just go through our deck, and we did find Hayasaka, which is really nice. So grab Hayasaka. Alright. I want to try to reverse or contest this board as much as possible. So the Hayasaka will contest the 2-1, but how am I contesting these 1-0s? Especially without any 1-0s of my own. There's 6 5s. One, two, three, four, five, 6.
Check my room?
Yep. Okay, I think I have to brainstorm anyways, because my current deck is too fat. So let's proceed with that line next. Brainstorm. Whiff. It's fine. Okay. We definitely can't afford to play StockSoul, I think. So we'll just play it for the Twin Drive effect. I'll push the global up. And then we'll play this 1-0 and not use its on play effect. And then 4 more, -1 level, on play heal. And we'll just keep this in the back row for now. So it can chill. Can't contest his 1-0s, but at this point, I think that would just be the icing on top of the cake. We just need to prioritize other things right now. Okay, so let's front. 4-2.
1, 2, cancel.
Okay. I'll crash here for 1.
Take 1. Nine cards in deck. So assuming there's still 1 card in your deck,
You want 1 climax in my
or
deck?
1 climax in your deck, then Twin Driving here is more aggressive than defensive, for sure.
Yeah. So the reason I kind of want to Twin Drive here is because if I trigger a climax, I can get my pants back, which would guarantee me combo. However, that comes with the obvious downside of refreshing 6.
Right.
If I don't Twin Drive and I trigger anyways, I can still at least get over 2 cards with the Kaguya effect, so that's not too bad. So it really is just a matter of if I want to try to trigger a pants or not. He's at 3-5, so he can put himself to level 3 if he wants to. I also would have open lanes for him, which is not ideal. I will front with no Twin Drive. 1.
Take 1.
Okay.
Alright. Stand and draw. Alright. As foretold by the prophecy, Brainstorm.
Yep.
Big money, no whammies. That could have been better. Okay. Salvage 1. Salvage 1. Huh. I'm gonna grab... Shoot. What am I grabbing? This is a tough one. I wish I had a Deanna early playing here, but I don't. Alright, think I'm gonna try something kinda whack.
I like whack. We're here for the cool lines.
I'm going to salvage Gil Thunder. And then I'm going to play an Escanor from my hand.
That's what I like to see.
And then kill it with a lane for Brainstorm.
Like
so that's going to hit 2.
Yeah.
So I'm refreshing with the other 6.
Yeah.
And so this is going to hopefully add some new options to my hand through the combination of both the Brainstorm and the maybe the Escanor effect now that I have sacked him with Elaine.
Yep.
Yeah, it's a really nice combination between the two because sometimes when you play a card like Escanor, you're afraid of it getting like stock bombed or something. But if you can just kill him yourself, then it's all good. All right, refresh point. Go ahead and level the Gil Thunder.
Okay. Finish Brainstorm.
Yeah, so 4th card of the Brainstorm.
Oh, that's a choice in waiting room.
All right. Top 3.
Yep.
First time. 1, 2, 3. I'll add this. Dropping these.
Yep.
Second one. 1, 2, 3. Adding this. Oh, this is rough. This is definitely rough.
So I guess just to kind of maybe go through what you think. Are we thinking of trying to Escanor this turn or just fix deck state?
No, I'm not thinking of Escanoring this turn.
Okay. Next, you just want to speed.
I'm gonna grab this, and I'm gonna drop these.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna use the Escanor. Pay 1, clock 1 from waiting room. It doesn't really matter, I think. We'll clock that.
Okay.
Look it up to 2, add up to 2. 1, 2. I did get 2.
Oh, that's a really good level 0.
Yeah, this is not your everyday game state. Let's see.
SDS is not your everyday deck.
All right, what's next? I think I play this plus this and then that. Oh man. All right, I'm gonna play the Meliodas, discarding the Nanashi, reveal the top card of my deck, salvage.
Wait, for the Elaine, did you check 3 times?
Oh, I did hit 3.
Yeah, you hit 3. I just realized.
Too late.
All right. Yeah.
All right, I'll add this. Huh. Okay. Very interesting. I'm gonna play an Escanor over the Elaine Brainstorm and heal. And then I think I want to give you as few siding options as possible, so I'll crash this Meliodas in rather than keep 2 of them up.
Sure.
Okay, and then let's see. Okay, I'm gonna play the Elizabeth StockSoul, so I will mill and salvage. And I'll salvage. I'll salvage a Gil Thunder level 3, I think. Yeah. So I'll salvage this.
Okay.
And then stock a level 1 or lower. I'll stock... we'll stock Gil Thunder.
Okay.
And then I'll go to attack phase. Let's go here first. I'll look it up to 2. 1, 2, and I'll trigger for 2. Okay.
Back 7.
Right.
First point.
All right. Then let's go. Let's go with this one, or this is direct. Let's direct with this for 3, 5.
5. Okay, so.
I'm gonna pass.
Okay.
I don't want to
Get
give
me
you
to
any
level
chances.
3.
Yeah.
Alright. Okay, draw for turn.
I think that if I want to make you go to level 3, I'm gonna make you pay a stock for it.
Yeah. And especially with my stock crunch right now. It's make me double rethink it. Okay. Let's see. Trigger winner. You salvaged a bouncer. I'm gonna assume you have double Escanor already then. If you had Escanors in here and chose not to grab them. I'm out 2. 5, 10, 15, 20, 23 cards in the deck. Oh, sorry.
Oh, was that from the deck?
Yeah, that's from the deck.
Okay.
5. I want to say that there's a very high chance he's out 6, and he has 2 left in here. In which case, it might be prudent for me to try to go for combo. The problem is I don't even have the climax, and if I want to find the climax, I would start with clocking. And if I clock, I kind of am committed to a line of play where I try to kill him this turn. Because otherwise, I could go for the line where I don't clock and I replay Hayasaka, and then just heal back down to 2-4. So that's the problem. I have no guarantee of actually finding the climax. I don't think I have enough resources to get more than 1 Kaguya burn off anyways. I do have it direct, so at the very least I could swing for 3-3-3 and burn 3. Maybe he takes a refresh point. Maybe. It's a difficult decision to be sure. Another problem is I think I need all these cards. I could clock the Marching Band Kaguya, given that if I rekey, I'm not going to be able to play 2 Kaguyas anyways, so at most I'll be playing 1 Kaguya and burning just with the 1 Kaguya. Let's actually lay out our foundation for the stock usage if we do go for that line. So if we clock and we rekey, we'll go down to 4 stock. We play double event to go down to 2 stock. We play the Kaguya to go down to 0 stock, and then we'll swap in our last event, and that would be exactly enough. But this is assuming that I draw into the pants.
For which you have 3 chances.
I have 3 draws. Let's go for it.
Okay.
Hawk. On play. Myself. Level. search. Alright, there is nothing that I want here, I think. So maybe I'll go for it with a twin drive.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, this can be useful information, so we'll go with that.
Sure.
He did have leave us with a level 1 here, so maybe we can use that to our advantage.
Wait, this is useful information. Okay, he has the climax.
Alright, Jika, on play top check. 2k.
Mm-hmm.
So that's a non-trigger. Okay. Use the event to salvage level 3. Hold on. Is there any way I can cheat out multiple Musashi events here? I gotta think about this. So if I use this to salvage 3-2 Kaguya, I use this to salvage the Miyuki event. No, I don't have enough events in my hand. Okay, never mind. We'll just grab that. We'll give 15 here.
Mm-hmm.
Then we'll play Kaguya. Play the event. Give this Musashi and hexproof.
Mm-hmm.
And then activate effect. Guess I'll just grab this.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and then we'll play our second copy of the 1-0, and on play we'll activate this on play effect. We'll swap on one of our costed events in memory with one of the other, with any of the 4 events in our waiting room. So now we have our full event condition.
Yep.
And since this is our final turn, I think we'll look at the top 2 cards of our deck.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So we'll go like that. Do I want to do anything with this? Is there anything on the board that I want? I don't think so. Okay. Okay, 1.
Okay.
Direct attack for 3.
1, 2, cancel.
Okay. And then let me just double check real quick to see if he has the 1/1 counter in here. He does, so I'll just front
Mm-hmm.
for 3.
1, 2, 3.
Okay. And then I don't know this trigger, so I'll front burn 3 since I have all 4 events.
All right. So anything other than 3rd card cancel and you trigger is I'm dead. I'm dead.
Yeah. Okay. So trigger.
Oh, actually,
Or
no, I'm not. Actually,
You
I can cancel top card
and then
heal.
well, there's Musashi too, right?
Oh, I'm dead.
Yeah. All right. 3.
Oh, I was on the bottom anyway.
Okay.
I'm just dead.
So you had a choice in hand, right?
No.
Oh, you had a StockSoul in hand. Okay.
Yeah. And I had a climax swap.
Right. Okay. That clock draw 2 was very fortunate.
Yeah.
For us to draw into the climax there.
Yeah. Not getting this early was pretty bad.
Yeah,
and
your back row definitely is not a very conventional back row for that deck.
yeah. Also, I drew 4 climaxes again.
But yeah. One thing that I do want to point out about this particular game, because you know how you mentioned when I went first and I clocked my level 1 climax, you made the deduction that I would have 2 more climaxes in my hand that are both level 1. It actually turned out that I only had 1 other climax, but the reason being is that my hand was the following. So it was this,
Oh, your hand was
this.
like God hand.
So it basically was, in this matchup, I knew I needed to keep the global 500 because it's really important for me to be 7k over 6-5. And then also it's just a really good turn 1 play because if I'm 4k, it's harder for you to contest with your Guild Thunder since I already had these. And I can't clock these.
Wait, which guild? Oh, the chaser.
The 3-5 chaser.
Yeah.
So I was like, all right, sure, clock it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So that was my opening hand.
His hand was just perfect.
And
Too perfect.
And then yeah, you finding the SD Elizabeth also just made the math really bad for me.
It just evened it out. Basically.
Yeah, basically because like for example, because your 2-1 Meliodas are 7k.
Yeah.
But then since you had the back row, it became 7-5, which became out of counter range for all my Kaguyas. Because otherwise I could at the very least force a tie.
Right.
Yeah. So that was a really, really big part about that game. But otherwise, I guess on my end, I'm happy that we went with the game plan that we described the moment we saw that we triggered our one-off for the event. And then it actually worked out. So that was pretty good.
Yeah,
had some pretty fortunate draws in terms of just like drawing into like the cards we needed like really naturally over like needing to brainstorm for them. So,
or you mean like the second copy of this, or
yeah, I had one and then I had another one, so I was like, I'll play this one just for condition for the 4 more.
Yeah,
but then like finding this in the first place without needing to like brainstorm and find it was really nice because it allowed me to like brainstorm for like another climax combo or something.
Well, like even if you only had one copy of this, you could still just play this and use it as your 4 more condition because. At worst,
I could just sack something else and then I'll bring it back.
Yeah, you just sack it and then get itself back. Yeah.
But yeah, overall I would say that like things went relatively speaking pretty well this game, all things considered. On your end, it seemed like you were struggling to balance out though.
I just needed this.
Yeah.
I didn't find any of this, and I didn't find any of this to grab this, and then it just kind of like went downhill from there. And so my hand was just like.
Yeah, it's like when you played your level 1 turn and you didn't play a StockSoul, I was like, wow, this is definitely an outlier in terms of how the deck wants to operate.
Yeah, because like I had like 3 climaxes in my hand at that point, and then no combo any. Well, okay, so like I had this, but no stock.
But no stock because you activated Escanor.
Yeah, right? And then I had this. Yeah. But the thing is that like at the time that I played the Escanor on turn 1. And I had 3 climaxes in my hand already. This wasn't even in my hand yet. So like I didn't have any expectation to be able to like Escanor and
like it would have been more reasonable if you were just trying to find some copies of the Brainstorm.
Well, I mean like just like I didn't have any stock outlet in my hand at all. So so I didn't want to attack twice and then not draw stock outlet and then have this climax be stuck there for the rest of the game.
Yeah.
So and then it just so happened that I got into it, but yeah. Bit of an unfortunate ordering of cards entering my hand. I got all the climaxes first, and then I got this later, and then I got this like way later. So, yeah.
And it happens sometimes, you know. All things considered, though, I feel like that situation is probably just like the lowest of the low, given that this deck does have a lot of kind of redundancy tools, like the Meliodas and the Elaine to help you, find the cards you actually need.
Yeah, the Elaine actually drew me a StockSoul and then top deck a StockSoul, and I was just like, oh my god.
Oh my Elaine, why are you sabotaging?
Yeah, so that was at that point it was just like probably like one of the low rolls of all time, I guess. Yeah.
Alright, so well, this game Randall wished that he didn't open a bunch of climaxes, and it didn't quite work out.
Like the thing is that like this deck can play through drawing a lot of climaxes if you
find the right pieces.
If you have like this, and then I had to do decision making about around not having these, and then I got these. So, just
sometimes like I guess that's just part of like risk and reward. Is like, if do I try to play assuming that I can find one of my climax combos on next turn or not, right?
Yeah.
So. Yeah, it is a risk, so. Alright, so that does do it for this particular gameplay video. Coming up, we will have more Kaguya for you guys, including a rather unconventional build. So stick around, stay tuned, and we'll see you guys next time. This has been Mike and Randall.
Later.
Bye.